Hello guys, this is Sharon here from 24/7 Techie, and in this video we are comparing the Xiaomi Mi 4c with the Xiaomi Mi 4. So the Xiaomi Mi 4 was Xiaomi's last year's flagship, and it was a great performer, a very big success for the company. And the Mi 4c hasn't officially been the flagship for the company, but it has a great spec sheet on the paper and it does perform really well. So we'll be comparing these two phones on how much the things have changed and is it a upgrade from Xiaomi Mi 4 to Mi 4c. So first of all, we'll get into the dimensions of the phone. So the Xiaomi Mi 4 and the Mi 4c is made very identically same, except for the thickness. So the Xiaomi Mi 4 is a little bit thicker compared to the Mi 4c. It is about 8.9 mm compared to 7.8 mm on the Mi 4c. Everything else is pretty much the same, and both the phones build quality and the design is good. The Mi 4c is being made this year, so the technology has advanced and it's a little bit of compact now. But the Xiaomi Mi 4 does have a metal frame, and that also very good frame and a steady frame, which also adds to a lot of weight. So this phone weighs about 150 grams compared to the Xiaomi Mi 4c, which only weighs 130 grams, as there is no metal frame or anything like premium material. It's all polycarbonate plastic, so it does weighs a lot less compared to the metal framed Xiaomi Mi 4. So both the phones are 5-inch Full HD screens, IPS grade screens, and the pixel density of 441, crisp enough, and it does looks also very good. And I can surely tell you that both the displays are very good, so not at all any difference. We'll come into the memory point of view. So both the phones are having two models, so 16 gigs and 32 gigs for the Xiaomi Mi 4c, and 16 gigs and 64 gigs for the Xiaomi Mi 4. But the problem is that for 16 gigs of Xiaomi Mi 4c you only get 2 gigs of RAM, whereas in the 32 gigs you get 3 gigs of RAM. But in the Mi 4 it's same for everything. Either you buy the 16 gigs or 64 gigs model, you will get 3 gigs of RAM. Over here we have the 32 gigs model with 3 gigs of RAM, and it does perform well. And the RAM management on both the phones are nice after the MIUI 7 update. So it's about 1.5 to 1.6 gigs out of 3 gigs of RAM, which is nice. And the micro SD card slot, so both the phones doesn't support any micro SD card slot. So the Xiaomi Mi 4c does have a dual SIM card slot. Both the SIM cards can be used on 4G, whereas the Xiaomi Mi 4, which is sold in India, has only one SIM card slot, that too also 3G. So there is no 4G connectivity for the Xiaomi Mi 4 in India. So in the camera point of view, both the phones have a 13 megapixel camera, and the output is very similar. The pictures turn out to be very clear, and the quality is good. The Xiaomi Mi 4 maybe will get 9 out of 10, whereas the Mi 4c will get 8.5 out of 10. Nothing else, not a lot of difference. In the front camera it changes a little bit, as the Xiaomi Mi 4c is in the new technology. It's only using a 5 megapixel camera compared to the 8 megapixel camera of the Mi 4, but the pictures come out to be very same. There are some occasions that Mi 4c will get a little bit better pictures compared to Mi 4, but Mi 4 doesn't comes out to be on top. Mi 4c is a little bit better in this point of view. And when we are talking about the cameras, I do need to tell you that the LED flash, so the Mi 4c does have a dual LED flash compared to the Xiaomi Mi 4, which only has a single LED flash. So the Mi 4c is running on Android 5.1.1, whereas the Xiaomi Mi 4 is only still running on Android 4.4.4 KitKat. Both the phones are running on Xiaomi MIUI 7 stable version, and by all in both the versions are also same, but the Android version is Lollipop is on Mi 4c. If you're a fan of MIUI, then you won't notice any difference, but on the security point of view, KitKat is a little bit fragile compared to Lollipop. It is very sad to see Xiaomi Mi 4 still running on Android 4.4.4, whereas the Marshmallow is already released. So the Xiaomi Mi 4c is running on Snapdragon 808, which is at 1.8 GHz, and the Mi 4 is running on quad-core Snapdragon 801, which is at 2.5 GHz. Both the chipsets are good performance. The 808 is a 64-bit enabled processor, so it does performs compared to the Snapdragon 801. All in all, both the phones chipsets are really good, and we cannot really determine which is better. because in day-to-day performance, gaming and everything, both performs good. And I also did this Antutu benchmark for both the phones, and we can see that the Xiaomi Mi4c scored about 51,900, whereas the Mi4 only scored 40,000. There's also a very big difference for the 64-bit enable. So in future, some things will come, some apps, some games that will only run on 64-bit enabled processors. So Xiaomi Mi4c can be better in that point compared to Xiaomi Mi4. And both the phones have a 3080 mAh non-removable battery, and the battery performance on both the phones are amazing. In both Mi4 and Mi4c, you can easily get above 4.5 hours of screen on time with normal usage. I have been using the Mi4c as my primary device for about 3 to 4 days now, and I have been very satisfied with the battery performance, and I'm really liking this device. If I am given an option of choosing one of these devices, I will surely be going for the Mi4c, as it does comes out to be a little bit future proof compared to the Mi4, as it's already over a year old. A lot of aftermarket development has happened for the Mi4, like CyanogenMod has officially supported this device, whereas for the Mi4c, the kernel sources are also not yet released. If I get a personal choice, I will go for the Mi4c compared to the Mi4. Thank you guys for watching this video. This was Sharon here from 24/7 Techie, comparing the Mi4c and the Mi4. And if our question is the Mi4c a worthy upgrade? Yes, it is. If you're not really particular about the metal design, everything else is same or better. Nothing, there's no downgrade. It's everything is better. And please do subscribe to our channel, because we really need subscribers, and you can help us a lot through that red subscription button. And I really wish to see you in my next video. Till then, see ya.